In this video, we're diving into how IPVanish stacks up against NordVPN, ExpressVPN, and Surfshark when it comes to streaming speed. Because nobody wants to pay for a VPN that can't even handle Netflix in HD. What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you stay safe online and stream your favorite content without the lag, buffering, or broken promises. Let's get into it. Why speed and consistency matter when streaming. Let's be real, speed matters. But it's not just about seeing a high number on a speed test. What actually matters is how consistently your VPN can deliver that speed when you're doing everyday things, like watching a show, playing a YouTube playlist, or trying to stream a live sports game without it turning into a pixelated mess. We've all been there. You hit play on Netflix or Hulu and suddenly the video quality drops, starts buffering, or you get kicked out altogether. That's usually because the VPN server that you're using isn't fast or stable enough to keep up. So while download speed is important, consistency is the name of the game. That's why we tested each VPN not just once, but across multiple servers in different cities to get a better idea of what you can expect in real-world situations. And the cities we tested from were Seattle, Los Angeles, New York, and London. These give us a good mix of domestic and international needs. NordVPN, still the speed king. NordVPN has built a reputation for being fast, and our testing confirms that it hasn't let up. In Seattle, we pulled in a download speed just shy of 900 megabits per second. That's blazing fast. In LA, it was nearly the same, and even London, across the ocean, we still saw over 800 megabits per second. What makes NordVPN stand out here isn't just those high numbers, but how often you can count on them. With a lot of VPNs, you might get one fast connection and then hit a slow one right after. But Nord consistently stayed fast, no matter where we were connected from or what time of day it was. A big reason for that is their server network. They've upgraded a ton of their servers to support 10 gigabit speeds, and they're owned and operated by NordVPN itself, not rented out from third-party data centers. That gives them more control over how the servers run and, more importantly, how your data flows through them. They also use something called Nord Linux, which is their custom take on the WireGuard protocol. It's optimized to connect faster, run smoother, and keep you safer without slowing you down. If you're the kind of person who wants to just press play and have the video work, even in 4K, then NordVPN makes that happen. IPVanish seriously improves speeds, with a few bumps. Now, a few years ago, nobody was really raving about IPVanish. Felt a bit outdated, speeds were hit or miss, and it struggled to keep up with bigger names. But to their credit, IPVanish has stepped up in a big way, especially when it comes to speed. In Seattle, we hit a blazing speed of 829 megabits per second, second only to NordVPN. That's a huge improvement, and it puts IPVanish right up there with the fastest VPNs we've tested. Even in New York and London, the speeds held strong at around 600 megabits per second and 430 megabits per second, more than enough for ultra smooth 4K streaming and large downloads. That said, not every server was a home run. The Los Angeles server dropped to around 260 megabits per second, which is still fast, but a noticeable dip. It's a reminder that while IPVanish has improved a lot, performance can still vary a bit depending on the server. Now, some of that may come down to how their network is managed. Now, unlike providers like Nord that use RAM-only servers and own much of their infrastructure, IPVanish doesn't offer much transparency on server ownership or setup. But even so, the addition of the WireGuard protocol has helped bring speeds up significantly, making it much faster and more efficient than it used to be. Now, another standout feature is that IPVanish allows unlimited simultaneous connections, similar to Surfshark. That's something that you don't get with most of the premium VPNs, and it makes IPVanish a great option for families or households with tons of devices. So if you want a budget-friendly VPN that's faster than ever and gives you room to connect everything that you own, IPVanish is worth a serious look. It may not hit perfection on every server, but it's no longer the underdog that it once was, and it's finally playing in the big leagues. ExpressVPN, solid but not what it used to be. ExpressVPN is kind of like that old reliable car that you've had for years. Still gets the job done, but it doesn't quite keep up with the newer models. In our recent tests, ExpressVPN gave us an average speed of around 173 megabits per second. That's definitely usable. You can still stream in HD without any major issues, but compared to what we got from NordVPN and IPVanish, in some cases, it felt a little behind. They've got their own custom protocol called Lightway, which is designed to be lightweight and fast. It works well in terms of stability. Connections hold steady and don't drop, but the overall speeds don't match what you get from WireGuard-based VPNs like Nord and Surfshark. That said, ExpressVPN still shines when it comes to ease of use. Their apps are super clean and simple, and they work across just about every platform you can think of, including smart TVs, Apple TV, and even some game consoles. They also include something called Media Streamer, which helps unblock streaming content on devices devices that don't natively support VPN apps. If you value a polished user experience more than raw speed and you don't mind paying a bit more, ExpressVPN is still a safe bet. But if speed is your top concern, there are better options. Surfshark, the budget MVP. Now, if you're trying to get the most bang for your buck, Surfshark might be your best bet. It's not the absolute fastest VPN, but it hits that sweet spot between price, speed, and streaming power. Our average speed test came out to around 150 megabits per second. It's definitely slower than NordVPN, but still fast enough to stream HD or even 4K depending on your internet connection. Now, one of the coolest things about Surfshark is that they don't limit how many devices you can connect. So if you're in a household with a bunch of people, or you just have a laptop, desktop, phone, tablet, smart TV like a lot of us do, Surfshark won't make you choose. They've also done a great job at unblocking streaming platforms. Netflix, Hulu, BBC iPlayer, Disney+, Prime Video, Surfshark works with all of them. And they include Smart DNS too, which is great if you want to stream on a device that doesn't support VPN apps. Is it perfect? No. You might see a little more fluctuation in speeds compared to like NordVPN. But for the price and the number of features that they pack in, it's hard to beat. What about streaming access? Let's talk about this streaming itself for a second. After all, it isn't just about speed. It's about which VPNs can actually unlock content. IPVanish has made major improvements here. It used to struggle with Netflix and BBC iPlayer, but not anymore. In our most recent tests, it handled Netflix US and UK with no problem, and it even streamed BBC iPlayer smoothly, something it couldn't do a year ago. IPVanish also says it supports over 20 other platforms, including Disney+, Prime Video, ESPN, DAZN, and more. Now, NordVPN, on the other hand, is practically made for streaming. Their Smart Play feature makes it super easy to unblock content, and it's built into all their apps, so you don't need to change any settings. Everything just works, and it works well across a ton of Netflix regions: US, UK, Canada, Germany, Japan, Australia, and more. Now, ExpressVPN also gets the job done. Media Streamer helps with smart TVs, and it works reliably with major platforms, but you're limited to 8 devices at once. Surfshark holds up too. It works with all the major services and includes Smart DNS. And like I said earlier, there's no device limit. Big win for big households or device-heavy users. Privacy, location, and why that might matter. Even if you're only using your VPN to watch shows, privacy still matters. IPVanish is based in the US, which isn't ideal from a privacy standpoint. The US is part of the Five Eyes Surveillance Alliance, and there's a history of VPNs being pressured to hand over data. To their credit, IPVanish has gone through third-party audits to prove that they don't log your activity, but the location still raises a few eyebrows. NordVPN is based in Panama, which is much more privacy-friendly. They've also had multiple independent audits confirming their no logs policy, and their servers are RAM only, which means no data is ever written to a hard drive. ExpressVPN is based in the British Virgin Islands, and Surfshark is based in the Netherlands. Both locations are better than the US in terms of data privacy laws. If you care about your browsing history staying private, or you just don't like the idea of being tracked, this stuff is worth considering. Price breakdown and what you actually get. So let's break down the numbers. IPVanish starts at $219 per month for a 2-year plan. Super affordable. Surfshark is usually somewhere between $249 and $299 per month, with discounts depending on which plan you go with. NordVPN's around $339 per month on a 2-year plan. And ExpressVPN is around $832 per month or higher with a 12-month plan. Easily the most expensive. Now on paper, IPVanish gives you the best price, but if you need reliable speed and streaming across a bunch of regions, NordVPN's probably better for that. Surfshark gives you a great middle ground, especially for families or people with tons of devices. Now, IPVanish also offers unlimited devices, which is a huge plus. ExpressVPN is polished, but pricey, and its performance doesn't quite justify the cost. So which VPN should you choose for streaming? If I had to sum it all up, go with NordVPN if you want the best balance of speed, reliability, and streaming access. Pick Surfshark if you're trying to save some money and still want solid performance. Try ExpressVPN if you value user-friendly apps and polished design over top-tier speeds. And go with IPVanish if you're looking for a more budget option that also has unlimited devices and will handle all your streaming needs. Streaming should be simple. You hit play and it works. No buffering, no drama, and with the right VPN, it really can be that easy. Now, other than that, thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which VPN you're using for streaming. Now, if you want to get started with any of these VPNs, we'll have links for you down in the description below. These are affiliate links, which means we earn a small commission when you use them at no extra cost to you. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue creating free content just like this. So if you end up using it, we thank you so much in advance. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.